Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I think that sometimes people with titles get up in the news and they talk their talk. They want to seem as though they're powerful in their own seat. They're powerful in their own way. But this flip the script on the OECD. It's not something that can happen. He's talking about the European nations. He's talking about the United States of America. He's talking about the most powerful nations in the world. You can flip the script on. Barbados is seen as a tax haven. Barbados is seen as a tax haven, and a lot of rich people do not like paying taxes. Okay? There's a guy that was the president and is now running again for the president in the United States. He's very proud, and he has said it while he's up there talking to his millions of followers, that he's smart because he doesn't pay taxes. And if he does, pennies, he feels very, very proud of himself that he has not been paying taxes, and he'll do whatever he needs to do not to pay taxes. Like we have seen in the world, people like that are rewarded. You get a seat at the table, you are rewarded. So when he's talking about Barbados taking a look at these powerful nations and flipping the script, what is he saying? Are you, Mr. King, are you saying that you are going to put your own satellites in space so you can have your own internet services? Are you going to say that you're going to be providing your citizens there in Barbados with electricity and oil and gas or whatever else? You don't need other countries. Are you going to say that you can isolate yourself to the point that you don't need these other big countries in your business? What do you mean flip the script? What do you mean? Barbados is so small, and you're useful. Barbados is useful for rich people. They come there and play. The service industry is the biggest industry, you know, they're catered to. You know, the colonials are now, you know, they're catered to. It's called hospitality. It's not, you know, you have your nice words. You have all the euphemisms in the world, okay? But it's the same playing field. It's the same playing field. They come in their ships, you know, and you know, sometimes when you see people come back to the scene of the crime, there's a guilt associated with that. There's some sort of guilt associated with that. They go back to see, well, let me see how these people are doing since we ran them over. Let me see how they're doing. Let's see how they've progressed. They're interested. They're interested in seeing that, wow, they're still standing. They're still there. Yeah. So flip the script on the European nations and North America. Mr. King, flip the script on the biggest, richest nations in the world. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Stop taking money from the UN? Stop taking money from the World Health Organization? Stop taking money from the IMF? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if they unpeg their dollar? What are you gonna do? Flip the script? Flip the script? I guess you don't know who you are. You probably don't know who you are. But then again, you'll learn. You will learn. I find that Barbadians have a real boastful way of talking. But even when they get on social media with the boastfulness, they're not thinking, I'm on an American platform. And when they get their internet service, they're not thinking, internet is provided to us from the satellites and the technologies we get from other big nations. And when they get their cars and they get their parts to fix the cars, and the ships come and things happen, things are happening, even the food, everything that's happening. Are you thinking that you are actually designing and building cars in Barbados? Are you actually thinking that? Are you thinking that everything that's happening in Barbados is because of your blood, sweat, and tears? Are you thinking that? Or Don't you know that it comes from the world, the rich world, the colonial, well, the European nation world, North America world? Don't you realize that that's what's happening? That's where you get everything from? There's no flipping no script. There's no flipping no script. You need to get off the lists you're on. You need to get off the lists that you're on, and it will never happen because rich people don't like to pay taxes. That's what you're there for. That's what Barbados is there for. Okay, that's what Panama is there for. That's why you exist the way you exist. You're there for a reason. You exist the way you do for a reason. This is Sherry Veronica.